Okay, today we're going to do an overview of Pic Card Displays. And Pic Cards were simply cards with slots in them that allowed for the pics to stay in them. They were very popular from the 1930s to the 1970s. In here we're going to just do a quick pan from there down to there. And then we'll get some close-ups. I apologize for the lighting, it's not the best. And that's not a Pic card, but that's an actual counter display full of 348 pics. And we're back to our Pic cards. So back up to the O.D. Driscoll. The O.D. Driscoll Rainbow Pic occurs as early as 1931. Last time it's seen is 1937. The displays and the catalogs just showed banjo shapes, but it was discovered that he actually produced some experimental models, which are also on here, and you could see them with a node grip in the banjo shape and the standard shape. Moved over to Nick Maniloff. There's the oldest Maniloff, 1940s, right here. And here's another, it says Eagle brand. But Eagle brand is actually a Gretsch brand. And this is late 1940s as well. Real nice celluloid, as you can see. We have some wheat straw on there, wheat straw variants, some variants of whiskey on ice. We move over to our Bob Cliftons, which we know first came out in 1947. That's when he received his patent. And these are both variations. The Bob Clifton card, the beige one, and the orange one. Now the two pics in the top are larger than the pics on the display. There's two sizes on the display, a small and a medium size. But if you have an authentic card, it's going to have larger pics right in that top slot. And many of the cards that are resold do not have that pic in them. Now moving over to the Nick Lucas here. 1950s to the early 60s. Same with this Nick Maniloff, 1950s to the 60s. And we have the Pic of the Stars right here, which is a Gibson product. And you can see it up there, very late 1950s to the 60s. And then we have a nice Nick Lucas card, 1960s. 1967 Fender card. By the way, almost all of these are original pics. And for the ones that may have been missing pics, I found the originals and put them in the slots. Here's a card from Germany. These are Hertums. The first colored Hertums to come in after the gray and browns from the early 60s, which replaced the vulcanite or Indian rubber Hertums. Here's another one, all genuine ivory. The pics in there are not ivory, but they are the exact shape. And this is from the United Kingdom, European Crafts. Another Nick Maniloff display. And these have the impressed pics in it, but now they're not showing his photo, probably because he was pretty old at that point. And then we have this Fender display. This one actually has pics on it that have received a registered trademark, so we know it occurred after 1971, where the one we had previously seen does not have that registered trademark. So now we're going to pan back over to here and go to our bottom row. We're looking at Japanese Pic cards right now, late 60s, 1970s, Sakova. Undesignated brand, but some interesting pics in there because some of them are actually laminate thumb pics. Here we have an interesting Pic card because it actually shows cork grip triangles. And as mentioned in a previous video, the U.S. never made cork grip triangles, so anytime you find a cork grip triangle, you have a rare pic. Here's one Melody pic said to be from well, someone said 1980s, but I highly doubt that. I'm more inclined to believe at best late 70s. This triplet card, unknown the year it come out, the style would, well, this triplet display, I should say, the style would seem to suggest that it was late 60s or 70s. It has an Italian patent pending on it. I could find no information on that. And then there's the flyer, or jobber as it's called, that accompanied it. Well, that's not coming in too clear, unfortunately. But the triplet contains a total of 348 picks, 168 double layered, 90 single layered, and then 90 mandolin size picks. Tremendous find. It was found inside the box too, mint condition. Here's two D'Andrea boxes of picks. We know this is in the Grossman 1961 catalog, which is a wholesale musical instrument catalog. I'll open it up there and show you the variety of finger and thumb picks it has in it. And same with this display here, again around the same period of time. Both are showing the older D'Andrea logo right there, as you could see. And there's what the top of that one looks like, a pick to please. Now we come over to D'Andrea Pic Cards from the late 50s to 1960s. And this is the number one right here. The number one was all Cork Grips, and these are all the correct shapes. I managed to find all the necessary Cork Grips from the period of time. They're all period specific. They're all tortoiseshell Cork Grips, and the shapes are correct to the specific slots they're in. The number 2 card was all flat picks, occurring in black, white, and shell. And again, the shapes are correct and in the correct slots. Number 3 we don't show, but it was all thumb picks. And number 4, 5, why 4, 5 and not 4, I don't know, is all 351s. And you have them there. They're all vintage. They may vary by a few years, those specific 351s, because I did have to find replacements. And here we have card number 5, which is a combination of flat picks and thumb picks, as you could see. And those mosaics, that mosaic right here and here, are extremely rare. Those are extremely rare, 359s. Now we have a D'Andrea Whirl-A-Pic, as it was advertised, but us collectors call it the pinwheel card, or pinwheel pick. And those are all original picks, and I've been able to place them accordingly from a catalog I had. Now, there was a row of white in the catalog vertically. I don't have those, but there are black, red, and tortoiseshell pinwheels here. And finally, we had the D'Andrea Ad-Lib 1968. Oh, by the way, the pinwheel occurs in 1968 as well. I used to think it was 1970s, but that's not true. Ad-Lib as early as 1968, and based on many of the expressions that were popular in the American lexicon of that time. Wrong again, stop, thief, help, please do it my way, later baby, etc. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of pic cards and some box displays. We have over 24 of those here for you to take a look at. And I'll do a wide pan here so we could go back and have one last look at them. And hopefully I could do a more detailed report or include that in the description here. Thank you.